October 5th marked a sad day for myself and my friends. My worlds got corrupted when the update got released, and as a result, stages 1 through 20 were lost completely. Community 1 just sunk. A sunken ship, a lost cause. All of that. It was gone completely, and the only thing I have to remember Community by is stages 1 through 15, which are uploaded on this channel. Though despite all the pain and everything that came with it, Savannah and I decided to take all of that and transform it into a reinvigorated passion for the stages. So what did we do? Community 2, The Timeless came to be. Enter Sunshine Seas. Having been completed only a few days ago, Sunshine Seas is the answer to Stages Season 2? And as an introduction to something new and old, Sunshine Seas aims to provide a very introductory approach to the new stages format that we've decided to expand upon here in this installment. Speaking of, we have an entirely new ranking system that expanded from 6 to 8 in this installment, not to mention that there's an entire new system that dictates what your rank is. And the new scoring system. But don't worry, the timed ranks are still a thing in this installment too. Also, instead of 5 missions and 2 legacies, now it's 3 missions and 2 legacies, and the third mission is always going to be unique to its own stage. What I am getting at with this alone is that there's an entire rework to the system and we're not even in the stage yet. Emron, one of our close friends, even said to myself and Savannah that we've clearly learned a lot since our first go around. Well, let's prove it to you guys on the channel now. So right off the hop, there's one thing that's easy to notice. The aesthetic is actually somewhat well developed this time. There's geometry in the environment, there's architecture in the stage itself. Everything feels more immersive here than it did before. It's because we spent more time on all of it here. Parts of the map feel more like real places, reminiscent of something you'd see in real life, rather than just floor, wall, and wall. There's more to the building of this world than just build a wall of stone and then shift back once you're high enough. Instead, there's life here. There's color, there's saturation, there's a sense of feeling in this world. Sunshine Seas invites you over. It tells you, come check me out. And when you do that, you are pleased. From its excellent color palette and saturation to its well-developed environments, it's got immersion written all over it. The art that is shown here is better told as a story of its own right. Sunshine Seas appeals to aesthetic as well as it does to difficulty because it has beginner friendly all over the map. It does an excellent job of teaching you everything you need to know. I know what's great about what you just saw? It's that this map has all 5 of those pressure plates in an assortment of ways that is never punishing, but instead teaches the player exactly what to expect in future stages. Every single facet of this map is very easy to complete and gives the player all the knowledge that they need to progress forward without much confusion. Is it a little bit too easy for its own good? It's fairly debatable. I could not play this stage for long because most players can in fact nab an A or even an S on their first attempt. Rightfully so though, the score part of the ranking system has kind of nullified the potentials of acing a stage on your first go because now there are score pads for you to find and locate, which makes the stages more replayable than before. However, this map can be debated still be a little too easy. And I do believe in the construct of something being a little bit too boring if it lacks that of challenge. Not to say that it's detrimental here, because the context is that this is one of the first stages available to the player, so rightfully so, it's going to be easy and inviting. So would I dock at mass points for being a bit too easy? No. Would I take a couple off? Objectively, I would have to. Now another thing worth noting about this stage is the time it takes to complete it. And that can usually be an average of about 100 seconds, but can vary anywhere between 80 and 120 seconds. So minute 20 to about 2 minutes. Now, to a lot of people, that might be jaw-droppingly short, but I don't think it's valid to complain about here. And the reason for that is that Sunshine Seas serves as a tutorial level to show you what is going to follow after this stage. Regardless if you take 75 seconds or 35 seconds for whatever reason, you are still going to experience everything that you need to, and it will still successfully teach you, which was its purpose. So regardless if you speedrun the shit out of this level or you take your sweet time, you are still learning. So its length is a complete subjective feature because objectively, it did exactly what it was tasked with, and that's to teach the player. Not for a second am I going to argue that Sunshine Seas is perfect, because I don't think it's perfect, and I know Savannah doesn't think it's perfect either. But the consensus here is that it is still a great map, and even though it suffers from being a little bit too easy to appeal to everybody, most players can still enjoy this map for the basics that it teaches so fantastically, the immersion it provides, and while it's doing all of that, it's looking absolutely gorgeous. And I just want to remind you guys of the stark differences between the introductory to Season 2 and 1. In Season 1, it was Altitude Arc. Clear improvement in every sense of the word here versus then. While not perfect, the stage still sets the bar very high for us to follow in future stages, and I give you my word that myself and everybody that I'm working with will do our best to keep the bar high up. So with that in mind, guys, my final rating for Sunshine Seas is a 9.6 out of 10. S+ tier. Ah shit, the outro! Thank you guys for coming out to watch the video. I'm so sorry about what happened to the original community and the 20 stages that came with it, and I'm sorry that I never came to showing 16 through 20. I guess that choice to be lazy kind of bit me in the ass there, but besides that, I'm really glad that we could kind of reinvigorate the stages and bring them back for you guys, because it's something that both myself and Sav care about, and our other friends are starting to kind of join the bandwagon too. So hopefully we can make even bigger stages when there's 4 of us as opposed to 2 of us, or even sometimes 1. So with that in mind, I hope to keep bringing you guys a video per week, because it's something that works for me, because I notice my motivation comes back to make videos every couple days, and then I have some time to think about it, and then I can produce it. So thank you all for watching. Take care for now.